Well, it doesn't look like anybody's home but me. Here on Wednesday, March 26th. That is my friend's car that got in an accident. So that is not a person parked. I mean, they're still living here. They have a new car, but yeah, not somebody home. I was actually looking out there because people were posting on Facebook that it was snowing earlier. And I was like, fucking snowing, you can kiss my fucking taint. It's like 34 degrees right now, apparently. Goodness. Goodness. Always the yawns in your face. Well, now it says 37, but I was like, yeah, snow, you can go, just, no. It's March, we're done with that shit. Oh my goodness. Whoops. Tuesday, March the 26th. Oh, and before we get to the question, I might have to figure out scheduling soon for doing the questions, because yesterday, and it was funny, I was looking through my Zillow emails just to see what kind of part-time work was available, because it's like I didn't know, I wasn't guaranteed that the city was actually going to call me back to come back to work. But then I got a message from somebody at the city yesterday. He texted me, and it's a different guy. Well, it's not a different guy. He's kind of the top guy. He's been there the entire time. But the guy who was in charge of Parks and Rec just like 2 months ago in January when I got laid off is gone. He's not there anymore. So this other guy is the one that's I guess, kind of in charge of the Parks and Rec for right now. So he messaged me to ask if I was still interested in coming back for the spring, and I was like, yeah, because he said in his little text in his message that he sent, he said, I know you could only work in the mornings, so just let me know. And I said, yeah, yes, I'm still interested. And I was like, I worked 9 to 1. Will that be okay? I'm sure it'll be okay, or whatever. And even though I messaged him back within a few minutes, I never got a reply. So I was like, well, I think my phone's working. Mary Lee got my messages. And then I messaged Mom to let her know, hey, I've heard from the city. And I never heard back from her either. So I was like, I think my texts went out. I don't know. But yeah, so I might be going back to my second part-time job here fairly soon. We shall see about that. I have no details. I've just replied, yes, I'm interested. Making money is good. But anyway, we have a question to answer today. The term best friend means. The term best friend means, I mean, I guess it's somebody that sticks with you through your bullshit. Like, I mean, Robert, I've known him since 4th grade. Jason, I've known him since 1st grade. And actually, we don't have friendship bracelets, but I'll show you something I have in my wallet. And it is tried and tested behind my ID here. I won't show you my ID. I have this Joker card, and that I keep in my wallet, because it was during his divorce from the bitch I was talking about a day or two ago, the cheating crack whore, that one, and I was, I actually skipped 2 days of classes down here to kind of like stay with him and, just kind of keep him company, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he had 2 of these Joker cards on his wall, and he's like, I've been meaning to do this thing, I've been meaning, he's like, I know it's not really we're guys, we don't really do friendship bracelets or necklaces or whatever. He's like, but I figured this could be our thing. Is this little, this little Joker card. So he had me pick one, so I picked one, and it's been with me ever since. I don't create a whole lot of drama. He creates more drama than I do, so I stick with him through his bullshit. But I don't know. I guess somebody that you can always count on. I guess, even though I don't know, like. I understand people are busy, and it's like, I'm bad about checking Messenger. Sometimes I can be bad about getting back with people and replying to messages, or even checking my messages in the first place. So it's just like the other night he asked me if I was at work or awake or whatever. I didn't even get the message till the next day, so it's kind of like, So, I understand people aren't, tied to their phones. They're not tied to their messenger. They're not tied to whatever, So, I don't. So I guess somebody who understands when you don't, maybe you aren't there. I can't even think of the last time I actually talked to my friend Jason. I can't think of the last time I talked to Robert either. But these are. Sometimes I see him once a year, maybe, and it's like, we don't, you don't hold that against each other, You just kind of understand that, you have your life and I have mine, and it's in different places, Like, Jason still lives back where I grew up, basically, which is like 45 minutes away from here, whatever. And I don't even. Robert lives toward the city. Lee Summit, Blue Springs, somewhere up in that area. I don't know. So it's like, he has his family and, his job and his church and whatever and blah, blah, blah. And Jason has his job and his family and, I don't know if they go to church. I don't actually know. I know he, is a religious person, but, like, we're all adults. We have lives, It's kind of like, if we don't see each other, like every once in a while, Robert comes to town because he talks to the youth group or something at the local church. And when he's in town, he's like, well, we go out for a meal or, he goes and does a round of golf, whatever. And I ride along in the cart because I don't do the golfing, but I keep my eye on his balls. Stick with what you know. That's what you're good at. I know my talents. It's just like, I might go a couple years. Every once in a while, Robert might message me, like send me an email or something, like, hey, how's it going? And my answer is always the same. I don't have a family. I don't have anything. It's kind of like, well, I worked and I slept and did the same thing the next day. Like, it's not really that exciting. It's just kind of life. It's kind of what everybody does, I guess. Except for some people, they add on that difficulty level by, like, having a relationship or having kids or whatever. It's kind of like, no thanks. I'll keep it simple. I'll keep it simple. I'm good keeping it simple. Like, I don't know. So I understand they're busy, and hopefully they understand. I'm not really busy, but like I have my own life elsewhere, And it's like you just don't hold that against each other. You know what I mean? Like, you can maybe not talk for 5 years, a decade, whatever, and it doesn't matter. It's like no time has passed, whatever, Because I feel like adults do that a lot. They're like, if you happen to run into each other in the supermarket and you're like, oh hey, how's it going? And you chat, like catch up, whatever, blah 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 blah. How the kids? Blah 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 blah. Like, oh yeah, we should get together sometime, And it's like, yeah, we should totally get together sometime, Like, let me know when you're free, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, maybe even, like, come up with some kind of, but, like, how often does it happen? Because, like both people get busy with their own lives, and it just never kind of comes to be, and that's why, some people are like, talking about, when they lose a loved one, they're like, oh, be sure to, call your friends and, go do the plans and whatever and blah, 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 because you never know when it's the last time. You might not get a chance to again, blah, 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 so. So yeah, definitely, like, not holding that sort of bullshit against each other. It's kind of like, I mean, we're friends no matter what, so, like, even if we don't even if we don't see each other or talk to each other for a long time, like, nothing changes, because we're just best buds, I guess. That's definitely a facet of it, I feel like. I don't know. I guess you share secrets with them. Maybe they share their secrets with you, and you hold them, and don't let loose. The juice is not loose. You can trust each other with secrets and things that, maybe you can't trust Minxie with, for sure. I mean, look at her. Look at her. Of course, luckily she doesn't know English, so unless you can speak cat, I guess you'll never know what she's saying. Besides sleeping. So I have 5 minutes of taping time left, which is good, I guess. So I don't know. I guess you just enjoy each other's company whenever you get a chance to enjoy each other's company. I suppose, even if that takes a while, you can kind of be yourself around them. I mean, like Nick and Sean, they sometimes our humor can be off-colored, as they say, different things, and it's like, I mean, sometimes, we might try to one-up each other and, like, say the worst, most offensive thing possible, if we can, but it's all in good fun, light, good-natured ribbing, like reading, like when drag queens read each other, kind of thing, it's all in good fun, like, it's true, they know it's true, whatever, but it's not said with malice, I suppose. So you don't hold it against each other, I guess, once again, so I guess that sort of thing, if you want to, like, make very, very mean-spirited, maybe slightly offensive jokes sometimes, you can, and, nobody judges you for it, whatever, So, I guess those are important things, staying in each other's lives as much as you can, when you become adults and have your own lives and become busy and whatever and blah, 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 stick around. And maybe the length of time, that you've known each other, I guess that kind of helps, because it's like, you try to keep the relationship going as best as you can, whenever you can. Like, we ended up, I was on a trip somewhere with Mom and Tracy and Ralphie, and we went through St. Joe, where Nick lives. So I sent him a message like, hey, we're coming through, we're gonna stop off and eat at not Country Kitchen, at Cracker Barrel if you want to join us. And I mean, he came out, he didn't eat, but he just came out to see us and hang out, and chat and catch up, just spend time together, because we happen to be in the area. Doesn't happen often. Even though Nick will invite Sean and I every once in a while to, like, hey, I'm having a barbecue tomorrow. There's logistics, Nick. There's logistics. Like, Sean's gonna come get me. Usually it involves him coming and getting me the night before, because we did go, they played Magic that one night. But Sean came down and got me Friday, and then I spent the night at Sean's apartment Friday, and then Saturday we went up to see Nick, and then drove back at like 2, 3 in the morning, something like that. There was no place open to eat. We did find that. And then, I spent the night at his apartment that night, and then Sunday he brought me back here, and then went back, because I think he had work Monday. There's logistics. Just can't be like, hey, they appreciate the thought, Nick, thank you very much for inviting us to, your barbecue or whatever at the last minute. But, so, we even got, like I said that one time, Sean and I worked out, going and seeing Nick and spending the day with him. So, we can do that again sometime, So it's like, trying to keep in contact whenever you can, whenever you get a chance. Even if that's only like once every 2 or 3 years, something, whatever. It happens, Whatever, man. It's called life. But, anyway, I have no more taping time left. It's blinking at me. So, I feel like those are some good facets to being best buds. So, other than that, I guess I will charge my damn thingy and see you for what I see you.